I think we're safe. As she said, my name is Jackie Walker, and my title is the Doctor of Closetology. And I will tell you what closetology means to me. Closetology means that every morning when we wake up, we walk into that closet and we figure out not what we're really going to be wearing, but the courage that we need for the day. To me, clothing is basically not fashion. It's really self-esteem. So I'll share some facts with you. Number one, on a national average, women only wear 20% of the clothes in their closets. How many women here wear more than 20? Maybe one or two people. On a national average, men wear 90% of the clothes in their closets. The difference is that a woman, I'm going to teach you men about these closets. A woman shops for emotion, and a man shops for need. So, if I say to a woman, one of you in the audience, I really love your sweater, you will not say thank you. You will say, do you really? You know, I bought it on sale, and I should have bought a second one. I wasn't sure if I should. I went back for 1 hour. You will tell me about that sweater. If I say to a man, I like your tie, he'll say, thank you. Because to a woman, her clothes are the whole history of her life. And to a man, a tie is a tie. If I say to a woman, I'm going to take you shopping, because I do personal shopping, the woman will drag me into every store in the mall and go back and buy what? The first thing she saw, or put it on hold for 3 days. The man will say, can you do it for me? Or how long is this going to take? So closetology is really the science of the psychology of what's in our closets. Husbands say to me all the time, my wife stands in front of the closet every day and says, I have nothing to wear, and she has 5 closets. He doesn't understand when he's looking at tons of clothing why his wife, girlfriend, says, I have nothing to wear. It's because we have nothing to wear that makes us feel beautiful. Is that not right? Nothing that gives us the security to go out and meet what we want to meet for the day. So I'm going to teach you how to never say those words again in the time we have together. And I want to thank Eddie Z's for bringing me here, because they're doing custom closets now along with their drapes and blinds. They're offering 30% off on custom closets now. And what I love about Eddie Z's closets is they don't just build one size fits all. They actually want to know what your life is. Because depending on your internal fashion persona, your closet has different needs. So let's talk about that for a minute. Every woman is born with an internal fashion persona. It's who you were at birth. Now, a man will have a few, but women will have 5, and I'm going to describe them to you. What happens is, if you don't know who you are, you buy things and never wear them. And I'm sure all of you have things in your closets with tickets on them you've never worn. So let's describe them. And I know who everybody in this audience is, and I can tell just by looking at you. And if you want to know who you are, again, you can meet me at Eddie Z's booth after the performance, and I will tell you your internal fashion persona. And if you bring your guy with you, I'll tell you his. And why you may or may not get along depending on clothing. So the first one is the classic. The classic woman wears plaid stripes, dots, and solids, hoops, studs, and ball earrings. She wears pants more than skirts. She likes a handbag with a lot of compartments in it. And the interesting thing about a high classic is she wears the same jewelry all the time. She takes it off at night, puts it on the dresser, puts it right back on in the morning. How many classics are there? All right, now if you do have classic in you, it doesn't mean that's your total persona, because everybody is a mixture of different personas. So everyone's going to have some classic in them. So let's go to the next one. This is the romantic. The romantic woman has curl to her hair. She has florals and prints and lace, and if it has a bow on it, she buys it. She loves pearls. She usually wears one strand and they drop right here. She does drop earrings. She's pink, pink, pink. Everything is very soft and romantic. And then we have the natural. Of all my private clients, the natural is probably the woman that I deal with the most, and this is why. She wears very little makeup. She doesn't want to take the time. She wears two-piece dressing, because thinking of the third piece is too stressful. She has two favorite words in life. One is comfortable, it must be comfortable, and the other is elastic. She loves elastic. So everything is very natural. She's more interested in what she's doing than what she's wearing, and she hates to shop. So I can see all the naturals in the audience right now. They go into a store, they buy a top, and they buy 7 of the same top because they don't want to go back, right? We're going to lose her up here because that's her, see? They don't want to shop. And then we have the drama queens. The drama queens are interesting. They wear rings on unexpected fingers like the thumb, the pinky. They layer their watches, they layer their jewelry. They wear animal prints, and they're very fashionable. They read all the fashion magazines, and they cut out pictures and actually go and look for the items. So the classic, the natural, the dramatic, and the romantic. The last one is the mood dresser. Now the mood dresser has everything in her closet. She can wear something for every occasion. But the problem is she doesn't know who she is, so she changes clothes 3 to 4 to 5 times a day and leaves the house unsure of how she looks and spends the day asking everyone, do you like me in this? Do you think I look okay? Because she's not quite sure of her appearance. So what does that have to do with the closet? Well, if 20% is all you're wearing in your closet, what are the other 80% of those things mean to you? Women say to me all the time, I will wear that again when I lose 5 pounds. Now, when you lose the 5 pounds, what are you going to do? Buy new clothes, right. I'm going to wear that again when it comes back into style. Let me tell you something, it won't. And it won't because that's why the retail industry makes new every single season. They don't want you to have anything that comes back into style. And my favorite one is the client that says to me, I will wear that again when I find something to go with it. Now that's because you bought it on sale, you had nothing to go with it, but someday you were going to find something. So how does that relate back to a custom closet? Well, one size again does not fit all. You know, I have had people that have custom closets, and I go in there and the closet doesn't work for them. You know why? Because if they're a high classic, they wear all pants, and yet they have a lot of space for skirts because the closet company did just a basic closet. And they say to me, I spent all that money on a closet and it doesn't work for my life. What if they're a romantic? If they're a romantic, they're going to wear long skirts. So they need more hanging space for dresses and long skirts. And yet they got the same amount of space for that as they did their trousers. What if they're a natural? Naturals don't need all that space. They wear very simple clothes. They're going to wear trousers, so they need a lot of space for that. And they're going to have tops, but they're not going to need a lot of accessory drawers because naturals don't wear accessories. And then the drama queen. The drama queen is going to need a huge closet, and she's going to need lots of room for accessories, and she's going to need lots of room for all of her clothes. So when you finally get your dream closet, as a lot of my clients have, and they do it the wrong way because they think they went to someone that did one size fits all. They realize they waited for this forever and their closet is not in harmony with their life. But at Eddie's Ease, because I talk to them a lot about personas, they're going to be the ones that are going to ask you what you need in a custom closet. And so if you talk to them about it, it's wonderful. And again, there's 30% off the custom closets, and so you need to stop by the booth and talk about it. One of the things I want to share with you that's really important about personas is that there's a serious level to personas. You know, a lot of times I work with mothers, and these mothers have one persona, and their daughters have another. So let's say you are a very dramatic mother, and you give birth to a little natural. She's a swimmer, she's athletic. I have stood in stores like the Gap, Old Navy, and heard these mothers, these dramatic mothers, say to their daughters, you know, I will not buy you one more pair of khaki pants and a white t-shirt. You never dress up, you never are pretty, and every time you go out, you look the same. And these little naturals grow up to be 40 and 50 and 60 years old and don't feel pretty. On the other hand, I've been in stores like BB, Forever 21, more dramatic stores. And the natural mother sees the little fashionista come out, all dressed up in something really dramatic, and says to her daughter, I will not buy you that. You look cheap, and all your friends look cheap. And the little girl grows up with no sense of self. So the whole secret to a persona is to really know who you are, to realize what you're comfortable and confident in, and to bring that closet into harmony with your life. And if you want to know who you are, I'll be telling personas down at the booth immediately following the presentation. But also you can go to my website. It is JackieWalker.com. And there's a wonderful closetology quiz on there. You can take the quiz, it'll self-score for you, and then it'll come up with a random group of numbers. The highest number is your dominant. That means that is what you dominate in your persona, what you wear the most. And then you're going to have the second number is the mix, what you might do next, going down. And it'll be an eye-opener to you. And what I encourage you to do is take it with your mother, take it with your sister, take it with your daughter, take it with your husband, because you will then find out how you communicate through the psychology of clothing. Now, I said I have a book on the market. I do. It is called I Don't Have a Thing to Wear, The Psychology of Your Closet. But I'm really proud to announce to you that my new book will be coming out in the next 6 months, and it's for the tween generation. And the reason I'm really passionate about this is that the tweens and the bullying has to stop. And so this new book is going to talk to the tween generation and explain to them that there's a big difference, and this is also going to work for all of you, a big difference between a fashionista and an expressionista. When you're a woman that's a fashionista, you follow trends. You read the magazines, you look at Gwyneth Paltrow. Tomorrow night you'll be watching the Oscars and you'll look at what everyone has on, and those are fashionistas. They follow a trend. I want my girls and my women to be expressionistas. That means that you will not follow a trend, you will set your own trend. So the quizzes in the book will allow, as my big book, the women can take, or the young girls can take, figure out who they are, figure out what kind of clothing they're comfortable and confident in, and then when a little 9-year-old girl goes to school, and another little 9-year-old girl says to her, you don't belong because you don't have the right shoes, the right boots, the right handbag, that little girl can say, you know, you're a fashionista. You follow trends. I'm an expressionista. This is the way I put myself together because I create my own look, and I'm really proud of it. We're starting a whole generation. We're going to call them expressionista.com. There'll be a website, and we're really hoping that this takes off. Yesterday morning on the Today Show, there was a big article about little girls, 9, 10, 11, sending out their pictures on the internet asking if they're pretty. Every girl's pretty. Every woman is pretty. The whole secret is to know who you are, to figure it out, to buy the clothing that you're comfortable and confident in, and to make that closet a positive place to visit every morning. Because if you wake up and you walk into your closet and there's nothing there available for you, or you can't find anything, it sets the tone for the whole day. So my persona is a mix like yours is. I am 90% classic. So 90% of my closet is in classic clothing. I am 5% romantic, only because my hair is naturally curly, and that's the softness. But the clip is classic. If I take this clip out, it will scare you to death. My hair's like this. And the other part of me is dramatic, because I will always do a big pinned fishnet hose, what I call punch pieces. So when I go to purchase things, I know myself so well that I never buy anything that isn't me. Now, some tips in the closet before we go that I want to give you. Number one, 75% of your closet should be in tops. Tops stretch a wardrobe. Tops are the least expensive piece you'll buy, and tops make you look different every single day. If you don't have a huge closet full of tops that change you constantly, you have nothing to wear. Second, the bottom should be 25% of your closet. Whether you wear pants most of the time or pants and skirts, 25%. You don't need a lot of bottoms, you just need basics. So again, if you go back and you create a closet for yourself, that's the true definition of a custom closet. It's not custom because it's expensive or not custom because they build it for you, but it's your life. So that every morning you have what you need in your closet. I think that it's important also in a closet to go through it every season, the beginning of fall and winter, the beginning of spring and summer, and make sure that you take everything out of there that is no longer you, that does not fit, that is tired and needs to be retired, and take it to 4 places: charity, and donate it if it's really tired, consignment shop if it's a mistake and you don't want to have something there that's a really big mistake for you. The next one is the laundry, and that's something that needs to be laundered that you didn't launder last year. And the last one is alterations, things that need to have a new button or a new hem or something on it. I do a day in the home for women, and at the end of the day, we have 4 big piles. But what I do is I take all those things to those 4 places for the women. Because if I don't walk out with all those clothes, what will you do with them? You'll put them right back in your closet. I call it the Guilt of the Month Club. You're so guilty. One woman said to me, see that dress? And I said, yes. She said, I love that dress. I said, how old is it? She said, it's 25 years old. I said, does it fit you? She said, of course it doesn't fit me. Are you crazy? So we took it to a friend of mine, and we had a teddy bear made out of the fabric. And the little teddy bear sits on her bed now, but she doesn't look at the dress that no longer fits. So if you have any nostalgic pieces in your closet, one of the things that's fun in a custom closet is to build a little area of things that belong to your mother or your father, things that you really want to keep. Because remember, everything in the closet has a story. So I said that the first 7 people that come back to Eddie Z's booth are going to get my CD. This CD is a wonderful CD. It's audio only, because if I did a DVD, you would say to me, that's not my closet. That doesn't look like my house. In 30 minutes, you will basically take me home with you, and you will psychologically figure out who you are, and you will physically be able to coordinate a wardrobe, and you'll know exactly where to put everything. So again, the first 7 are free, and we do have some on sale if you'd like. There are 15 on the website, and 10 here at the show. So in closing, let me tell you that we talked about a lot in our time today. We talked about personas. We talked about organizing closets. We talked about the psychology of relationships through clothing. So what I'd like you all to do for me is I would like you to make a date with the most important person in your life, and that is you. I would like you to go home. I'd like you to put on some music that you love. I would like you to get some bottled water, and I would like you to ask yourself some questions. Number one, who am I? Who am I as a person? And what is my fashion persona? Take the quiz. It's JackieWalker.com. And then what I want you to do is open the doors to your closet and stand there and look at it and ask yourself, is it readily available to me? Does it need organization? And is it frustrating? And do I stand there every morning and say I have nothing to wear? And then slowly you start with your bottoms. And you try every single pair of trousers on quickly and make your piles. Then you go to your jackets by season. Try every one on and make your piles. And then your tops you can either hold up or you can go ahead and try them on if you like. When the closet is cleaned out and you have your piles made, I want you to physically put them in your car and go to all 4 places. The next day, I want you to open the doors to your closet. I want you to walk in and know that everything fits, everything's clean, altered, and ready to wear. And now you can make 30, 40, 50, 60 brand new outfits in your existing closet that will not cost you a cent. When I do a client's closet, I take all the new trends, use her older clothing, and create it. I just did one in Florida about 2 months ago, and she said, what do I need? And I said, absolutely nothing. Everything was reconfigured for today's look with her existing pieces. Then you make a list. And the list are the things that you may need. If you're wearing your black trousers or your jeans over and over again, you make a list and put that on the list, and then go into the stores and shop. The last cue I'll tell you in the time I have is how many of you buy on sale? How many of you have loved every single thing you've ever bought on sale? Raise your hand. How many of you have things in your closet right now with tickets hanging on it you've never worn? Raise your hand. Some of you aren't telling the truth because I'm psychic. I know you do it. So I'm going to give you in closing the sale philosophy from the Doctor of Closetology. Walk into a store, go to the highest sale rack that you see. 85%. There are racks at Macy's on State right now, 85%. Have your list in your hand and look for the items that are 85% off. First thing you're going to do is emotion is going to pull you. You're going to be pulled by color, fabric, style. Look in your size range, because not one woman in this room is a size. She's a size range. Then when you pick out the pieces you love, you are not permitted to look at the ticket. You're not permitted to know the price of the garment. Take the pieces into the dressing room. First thing you do is you try on the bottom, one bottom, and you ask yourself in the mirror, do I love it? How many ways can I wear it? Will it suit my current lifestyle? If you can answer yes to everything, keep going and try the top on. Keep going through the pieces. At the end, when you flip the ticket, if it's regular price, would you pay it? If you wouldn't pay regular price for that article, put it back. You're buying for price. So always remember when you shop on sale to be conscious of loving it, how many ways can you wear it, and what will it do in your lifestyle. So I want to thank you for your time today, and as a reminder, this is really wonderful. So the first 7 that come back to Eddie Z's following the presentation, and our booth is way up front, can get this CD from me for free and pick up your 30% off on custom closets, And again, if you have any questions for the Doctor of Closetology, you can go to my website. It is JackieWalker.com, and I will email you back personally. Thank you for your time.